Hello, it's David Allen and you are watching Sporting Icons.
So David Price has offered his wisdom as to how Anthony Joshua can get revenge on Andy Ruiz Jr. in the rematch, which looks like it could be happening at the end of the year, looking either one of three locations here in the UK, Wembley, Principality Stadium, or the Tottenham Hotspur new stadium, or potentially a rematch at Madison Square Garden where it all went wrong for him. But either way, David Price has offered his words of wisdom, article in the description box, once of course you've finished listening to this video. But of course, before we get into it, big shout out to Shane from over there in America. He went on to Teespring, I think he said, and bought one of these Sporting Icons t-shirts. So big up to you, looking good, my man. For everyone else, anybody else want one, description box as always. So David Price, now he's no stranger to losing a couple of fights here and there. One of them most notably was when he lost to Tony Thompson. Rematched him straight away. Even Lennox Lewis was in the corner of David Price and it went the same way. A lot of that was down to heart, a lot of that was down to his mentality, all that kind of thing. But either way, David Price, he's offered some words of wisdom to Anthony Joshua. Joshua's going to have to be completely switched on for the 12 rounds and not exchange at all, especially mid-range where Ruiz is at his best, at his quickest. He's going to keep it long and literally jab his way to a point victory, and the better man won on that night. I don't know what went on behind the scenes, and everyone is saying different things, but I simply put it down to Ruiz being wrong for Joshua. I think he struggled with the height difference, how compact and short Ruiz was. You could see he was leaning down to his height, trying to jab to the body. It can be awkward for a big man fighting smaller opponents when they're a lot smaller, I know from my own experience, so that played a factor. The key for Joshua, if he fights him again, is to not punch with someone who's got faster hands than you, because you are more likely to be beaten to the punch, and that is what happened to him. If you just keep it simple and only throw when Ruiz isn't throwing, then I think he can get a points decision next time, and if he goes and has the rematch. So that is David Price's statement. So what he's saying is what he should have done in the first place, and a lot of people said this. People knew Andy Ruiz Jr., very, very short, compact. He crouches down himself, so he makes him even smaller when he fights. He's got a very good chin and very, very fast hands. It wasn't the power of Andy Ruiz that dropped and hurt Joshua. It was the pure speed of him. Speed kills. We've heard this one. This was David Hayes' metaphor for a long, long time when he was fighting. It's the speed that does it. But listen, Andy Ruiz, full credit to him. He came in with a game plan. He knew what he was going to do. Every time Joshua threw a punch, he was going to counter straight away. And if there was an opening, he was going to unload. That's exactly what he'd done, so big up to Andy Ruiz. Now, in the rematch, yeah, I think David Price is right. Now, is he really one to give advice? You can probably argue not. But in other ways, yes, because he has been there before. Didn't quite work out for him, granted. But what he's saying is absolutely correct. You need to keep the smaller man at distance. If the smaller man can't land on you, then the smaller man just isn't going to win. And that's just the bare bones of it, isn't it? So anyway, you drop your thoughts below about David Price and his pearls of wisdom. Do you agree with him? Personally, I do agree with him. I think that's exactly how he should be, to play it smart. Don't get close to Andy Ruiz. Keep him at range. Jab fest him all night. Fight Andy Ruiz Jr. the way he fought Joseph Parker. Get a points win. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it all. Of course, you drop me yours, click the thumbs up, and of course, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.